This trade here made me almost $2,000 on my funded next 50k account, guys.
Nice.
In this video, I'm just gonna explain each and everything that went on up until the entry, guys. So let's get into it. So guys, to disturb you in the video, I want to introduce you to funded next, of which this is the platform that I use. I've gotten almost like 3 payouts on it, and I have an account with them with a 50k account and a 5k account, of which that is what I am trading with them. So using the link in the description below, you can copy yourself an account starting from 6k up to $200,000, and use the link in the description below, just because month end I'll be doing a giveaway. So the 4-hour time frame was my entry, my analysis time frame. So as you can see right here, we had a break of structure previously. So around this point here at the back, you can obviously see that we had this break here. Let me just change the color for this thing here. Then we had another break, of which is what at the lows, of which is around this point. So looking at the structure here, you can also see that we reacted nicely to this zone here. So after I saw that we reacted nicely to the zone here, and then we also had liquidity around this point previously, I was anticipating some sells for the market to drop to the downside up until this area here of interest, or the swing low, guys. So I'll just leave it as that. So on the lower time frame, what had happened is that I was looking at this current structure here, even though it was ranging, but like I saw some potential in it to take an entry and risk like proper on it. So moving over to the 15-minute, that is where you're going to understand what had happened on it, guys. So like I said, we tapped into this area of interest. So after tapping into it, I was looking at the structure, how the structure is moving up until like the area of interest. So as you can see here, this is a nice break of structure here. So this is our lowest point, this is our highest point, this is our higher low. As you can obviously see, we respected structure. You can just use your Fibonacci tool from the low to the high. And after this video here, guys, I'm just gonna drop a BTC USD after analysis, or the trade recap on how we were looking to buy BTC USD, even though I didn't take the trade on BTC USD just because I was busy with NZD CAD, and I like trading one pair or currency or instrument depending on what I'm trading, guys. So high, low, then we have a new break of structure, of which it's this one here, just like that. So the market is moving up nicely. Then you can also see that this is our current structure. So this is our highest point here, then this was our lowest point, like I said. So using the Fib tool again from the low to the high, just like that. And someone asked me for my settings on the Fib tool. So as you can see, this is your 0, 1, 0.5, 0.71, and 0.79. So the 0.79 is that golden zone that I'm always talking about. So the market likes to respect this area here. So even if you take an entry, what you must do is that you must place your buy limit around here. Your stop should be a bit larger, just because you're catering for everything that's going on below. Just because sometimes there can be like an imbalanced demand zone around here that needs to be filled or mitigated. So that is why the stop loss should be a bit larger, guys. So here we can just see that the market pulled up nicely. So which means this is a new break of structure. Even though we tapped into this area of interest, the market decided to pull up again and take out this equal high liquidity here. It's because this is liquidity, so the market decided to sweep it around this picture. So this was a liquidity sweep. Then after that, we decided to pull up again, sweep liquidity once more, just like that. Then after that is when we had the change of character, as you can see right here. Change of character happened around here, which means that this is our highest point and this is our lowest point. So that is our overall trade idea on the highest time frame up until the low time frame. So around this point, we can take a Fib tool from the high to the low, just like this. Then you can obviously see that the market was tapping or playing around that golden zone that we talked about. So let me just pull it up a bit. Then the market was playing around this zone here, of which we mitigated it multiple times, invalidating this zone here. But like I knew that this has to pull to the downside, like it or not, we have to pull to the downside, just because we mitigated this area. If I can just zoom in, you can obviously see that this was the last mitigation that we had. around here. Then after we had our high, our low, then our high, then our lower low around this point here. And like I told you guys, you just need to map out like your structures correctly. That is when you're going to understand like what you're doing. So break of structure here, and oh, it's not a break of structure, it's a change of character. Sorry about that, guys. Now break here and then the change of character around this point here. And please guys, if you're new to the channel, consider clicking the subscribe and the like button right there. So as you can see right there, we can just remove this zone just because it was no longer in use, and then I saw that there was nothing much about it. So the change of character that happened around here, then we had this liquidity here. Then after even the liquidity, you can obviously see that this is our high, this is our lowest point, of which the market respected what? The golden zone. So just around this point, that is where the market respected the zone. So we successfully hit that area, of which now I was looking for the entry around this point here. I think it was around this area here, but like we're going to get to that. So as you can see here, this is the structure that tapped into this area. Then we had this change of character again, just because a lot of changes of characters happen into the markets, just because this was an uptrend, as you can see. So the change of character happened. You can take your fib tool from the high to the low. Then you can see that we respected what? This zone here. Respected the zone, and obviously we pulled up a bit just because we have this imbalance here, that imbalance price action here that had happened in the markets. So after that, we expect what? The market to break structures to the downside. So this was our second break of structure, just because we had the charge. Now we have the break of structure. So looking at the structure here, this is where we took the entry. Then as you can see, we can just zoom out, just because we had equal highs around this point, relatively equal highs, of which that shows that there is liquidity in the market. So this was our highest point and this was our lowest point. Then we take our fib tool from the high to the low, just like that. You can obviously see that the market went a bit deeper into the price leg, but like it was okay just because there was liquidity in this trade idea here. And what had happened is that the market respected this zone here, just like that, of which this is where we took the entry, guys. Now we took the entry just above this zone here. We took the entry just above the zone here, but like the market pulled up into this one here. But like what I did is that I made sure that I place an entry here, and my stop loss should be just above this area here, of which this was our previous high, and then it's protected. Whenever the market takes out this high, it means that we are no longer looking for sales, but instead for buying opportunities. And as you can see, we pulled down very nicely, making those nice profits on NZD CAD. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you got to learn. And then go to, I'll see you on another video, guys. Peace and love.